I'm Mrs. Shaw, the school librarian here at Rolling Meadows High School. I'm so excited to share with you our 2026 summer reading list. We have a committee of teachers and students here at Meadows that have put together a list with 9 different titles on it. You'll be excited to see there's books with a lot of different genres. They're all recent books that are very engaging and exciting to read. What we would like you to do is choose one of these books to read this summer. You'll notice we also have some of the books available in Russian and in Spanish if you'd like to read the book in a different language. If you're having a hard time choosing which book you'd like to read, the Summer Reading Committee has put together this fun quiz for you. You can answer a couple questions and it will guide you to the book that might be most interesting. On the back, it gives you a little bit of a summary of each of the different books, and you'll hear more about them in this video as well. We also have bookmarks available for you to pick up in the library. This again gives you some options about the different book titles. If you're wondering how you're going to read the book this summer, you can check it out from the Rolling Meadows High School Library, any of the public libraries, or you can read it on Sora to get the digital option, either an ebook or an audiobook. Once you've read your book this summer, there's one final piece to it. Instead of taking a quiz or making you write a paper, we have a really creative way for you to show your reading of your summer reading book, and it's called the Book Bento Project. This will be our second year doing the Book Bento Project in all of our English classes. So here's what we ask of you. After you read your book, you'll showcase your understanding of the book by creating this book bento. You can do it using real objects and taking a photo, different objects that show symbolism and important events in your book, or you can create it digitally using Google Slides or Canva. Along with this book bento project, you'll also explain why these items are significant and show your understanding of the book, including a book review. You'll submit this project when you come back to school in the fall to your current English teacher. By doing so, you'll receive extra credit in your English class. The very best book bentos for each category will also win prizes and be showcased around the school. If you have any questions, you can always email or stop into the library to learn more about our summer reading program. Happy reading, Mustangs!
Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins is a science fiction / dystopian novel. It's a prequel to the Hunger Games series that can be read on its own. For the quarter quell, twice as many tributes will have to compete, and when Hamish's name is called in District 12, he can feel all of his dreams break. As the games begin, Hamish understands that he's been set up to fail, but there's something in him that wants to fight. How will his fight change in Panem forever? I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys is a historical fiction novel. Set in Romania in 1989, communist regimes are crumbling across Europe. 17-year-old Christian Florescu dreams of becoming a writer, but he is blackmailed by the secret police to become an informer and is left with only 2 choices: betray everyone and everything he loves, or use his position to creatively undermine the most notoriously evil dictator in Eastern Europe. Christian risks everything to unmask the truth, but what is the cost of freedom? Salt and Sugar by Rebecca Carvalho is a romance. In Olinda, Brazil, Larry's family bakery Salt has been at war with the Molina's bakery across the street, Sugar, for generations. When Larry's grandma dies and a supermarket chain moves to town, the future of Salt is unknown. Determined to protect her home, Larry works together with Pedro Molina to save both of their bakeries. Can a Ramirez and a Molina truly trust one another, and can both bakeries survive? The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp is a mystery/thriller novel where Nora O'Malley, the daughter of a con artist, is taken hostage in a bank heist with her girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend. Nora's mom targets criminal men, and she grew up as her mother's protege. When Nora's mom fell for the mark, instead of conning him, Nora pulls the ultimate con: escape. Can Nora use everything she knows to outwit the bank robbers, and will the hostages make it out alive? Outcast United by Warren St. John is a nonfiction/sports novel. Clarkson, Georgia became a refugee settlement in the 1990s, welcoming families in flight from the world's war zones. Children began playing soccer in any open field they could find. Luma Moufleh, a Jordanian woman, founded a youth football team to unify Clarkson's refugee children. The soccer players became a band of brothers. Fiery coach Luma drove her players to success on the football field while holding together their lives and the lives of their families in the face of a series of daunting challenges. How do we create home in a changing world, and how do sports bring so many different people together? Mean Moth by Amber McBride is a verse novel that also contains magical realism. Moth has lost her family in a tragic accident. When she meets Sandy, he's also searching for his roots and dealing with his depression. Moth and Sandy take a road trip that is them chasing ghosts and searching for ancestors. Can they move past their sadness, and how do our roots steer us through the universe? Betting on You by Lynn Painter is a romance novel. When Bailey starts a new job at a hotel water park, she is less than thrilled to see Charlie as one of her coworkers. Now, Bailey and Charlie are still polar opposites, but instead of everything about him rubbing Bailey the wrong way, she starts to look forward to gossiping with him. Bailey and Charlie make a bet on whether or not their coworkers will start dating. As their own feelings for each other build, will they take a risk? Will Charlie's secrets and other bet come to life, and is there any way Bailey and Charlie end up together? Thieves' Gambit by Kavion Lewis is an adventure novel. At only 17 years old, Ross Quest is already a master thief, especially adept at escape plans. When her mother is abducted and a heist gone wrong, she needs to think fast. In a desperate bid, she enters the Thieves' Gambit, a series of dangerous international heists. The grand prize is a wish for anything in the world. Ross tries her best to stick to the family creed, trust no one whose last name isn't Quest. However, as the stakes get higher, who can Ross trust? Who will win? Will Ross's mom survive? The Idaho Four is an American tragedy written by James Peterson and Vicki Ward. On November 13, 2022, in Moscow, Idaho, 4 innocent college students were murdered. After 300 interviews, Patterson and Ward knew what the local police and FBI didn't, and what they did wrong. They've learned about the victims and their heartbroken families, and we have the backstory for Brian Koberger, brilliant grad student and loner, now indicted and facing trial. Now you are the jury. The evidence is in. What do you think happened that day?